Today, let's talk about stealing. What is theft? Theft is taking something valuable from someone that doesn't belong to you. It has to be valuable, of course, because if you take someone's garbage, that's not really a theft. That's just doing them a service of removing something that they don't want. Now, if you take material goods from someone, it is evidently a theft. But if you take non-material goods, for example, time, isn't it a theft as well? People say that time is money. If someone stops you in the middle of the road, you are trying to go away, you're trying to do your things that you have to do, but this person is keeping you and talking to you for a long time about something that is not important at all. Isn't it a theft? If you were robbed of your vacation by someone because they came to your house and stayed with you during the vacation time and therefore made it very unpleasant because you had to take care of them, wouldn't that be simply a theft? We often say that children rob you of a lot of free time and energy. That's an appropriate word. The children rob you, they steal your time and effort and energy because, of course, you have no choice, you have to take care of them. Any dependent does that to you. But of course, in the case of children, it's somewhat willing. You are willing to sacrifice your time and energy because you know that you are doing it in the name of the greater good of raising kids. And anyway, you are led to believe so by nature that this is something that you should do. When we give our time and effort to raising kids, to some extent we may say that this is something that we were expecting to do when we decided to have children. So it's not really a theft, it's just paying the price. Maybe we didn't decide to have children, maybe children came as a result of our actions without our thinking about that we would have kids. But nonetheless we are paying the price for our actions. Of course, sometimes the price is too steep, and that is, of course, again, a theft. If you are in a good mood and someone comes along who has a bad day and he or she spoils your mood as a result of interaction with you, isn't it a theft of your good mood? If your neighbors judge you harshly and gossip about you in a negative way, isn't it a theft of your good name? Many ideologies may steal your happiness, for example. Of course, some ideologies may actually give you some happiness in life and they may enrich you. But many ideologies cause people to lose their freedom because they have to first follow the ideology, and then often ideologies lead to some confrontations, some conflicts with others, and so as a result one may lose everything, including their lives, of course, going to war. If you are talking about an ideology, if somebody gives you an idea and you follow that idea, for example, religion, isn't that theft? Because they have stolen your mind from you. You have no free will anymore. You are spending valuable time on doing things that are meaningless. Of course, I'm talking about the meaningless type of religion, not the type of religion that is meaningful, whichever for you it is. So not that one, but the meaningless type of religion, of course, it's a kind of theft because you are stolen your free will, you are stolen your free time, and you are stolen your proper beliefs. In his study on pessimism, Arthur Schopenhauer talks about a way of stealing that is done by business people. Business people often portray their products as superior or worthy of buying, while they know very well that their competition could have better products or their products are not worthy of the price that you pay for them. And of course they act like they are honest and honorable, but at the same time they know very well that they are misportraying their products. It's of course a kind of theft. If anyone calls himself a professional and therefore gains your trust and gives you advice or renders you a service which is incorrect or which is costing you more money than otherwise you would have to pay, isn't it a theft? When a man buys the mountain and surrounds it with a fence and makes it not possible for me to go there, isn't he stealing from me? He just stole the mountain from me. The mountain belongs to everyone, but he stole it by fencing it away from me. You know, when the air is clean and a factory produces some kind of disgusting chemicals and it pollutes the air, isn't it stealing my air? Isn't the world stolen by the corporations, by the big rich companies or rich people? Of course it is, but we don't call it stealing, we call it entrepreneurship. In a romantic relationship, if a man buys presents for a woman, and if he spends much time with her, if he puts much effort into the relationship, and as a result of that, unfortunately, he still doesn't get the girl, or he finds out that the girl is playing with other guys, and so therefore his hopes to have a real girlfriend are gone. So it is a kind of a theft, isn't it? Of course, I'm saying a man who has lost a woman, but it could be the other way around. It often is the other way around. So in both cases, it's a kind of theft. Our present laws require punishment for theft of material goods. Perhaps we should change our laws to incorporate many phases of theft. And finally, there's one more thing I'd like to mention. If someone takes your material goods, but as a result of this action, you actually learn something about life, isn't it a gift as opposed to a theft?